Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. And this is a solo spot, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where I answer sporting questions from the chat people. So this show, this live stream, is all about the lovely citizens in the city of Sarcasm. So get your questions in. You can see from the title, Ruben Amorim is the hot topic. What can Ruben Amorim achieve in his first season at Manchester United? But if you have any questions outside of Ruben Amorim, outside of Manchester United, that is absolutely fine, people. So if you're a member of the channel, your question takes priority like a super chat. So I'll star your question and I'll get to it. Of course, if you super chat, I will get to it as well. But if it's a non-member question or a non-super chat and it's a good question, I will also get to it as well. Big up to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV as always. Make sure you hit the like button on the video though. If you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share across all the socials at Sarcasm City TV on all socials. So Twitter/X, Instagram, follow. Make sure you retweet and like from the Twitter. Make sure you share from the Instagram. And just as important as those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. I know this show is later than usual, people, later than scheduled. Had some stuff to sort out, but I am indeed here. But like I said, man, get your questions in. It's road to 14,000 subscribers, which is crazy. 14,000, that is absolutely mad, that is. But big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to Scott. Says hi all, hope everyone is well. Big up to you. Malusi says we in here. Big up Casper TV, big up to you. Abs, Abs, big up to you. Big up Flawless, big up to Kaneki, already crashed it on Ryan. Big up to King as well. But like I said, you lot, get your questions in. If there's any quotes from the Amorim, I seen he did a press conference. If there's any quotes, let me know. Big up to Warrior J in the cut as well. He says, finally catching one of these live. Living goal of YouTube in the making. I'm trying, Casper, but I appreciate the kind words, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you managed to catch it. You managed to catch a show live. Flawless, did you see the Harry Kane comments about England? What are your thoughts? What were the comments? It was something I'm guessing in regards to players pulling out of the squad. Let me know. Let me know. We actually dropped the comments as well. I'm just making sure. Yeah, everything is crystal clear. You lot can see me okay, hear me okay, the whole nine. Like I said, man, get your questions in. Because now, for example, Warrior J there was asked about Harry Kane. It was absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. All good, all good. That's for Ruben Amorim, though. I presume, has he done a press conference? Let me actually check. You lot know I get my information from you lot. Let me actually check. Ruben Amorim press conference. Let's see. All right. Hey, let's see. What's he actually said? Ruben Amorim's press conference. What are the main quotes that he said? Because there's just so much going on. What's going on? I see Manchester United on their website, new era, new hope, and then it's disappeared. Let's see. Right, just having a look here. 8-word message Manchester United fans will love. What's he said? I'm reading here from the MEN. What's he actually said? I actually don't know. Hey, big up Kaneki, who says, I sent you the Maguire stats, Flawless. I'm working on the rest to show where the 89 points come from. I believe you. First, what did he actually say? Here we go. Actually trying to find out what he said. It's not even telling me what he said. What did he say? I know there's going to be hella rumors about who he wants to keep, who he wants to leave, who he wants to keep, who he wants to get rid of, etc., etc. Casper says, would you take Eze as a wide attacking midfielder next season or January? Of course. Of course, I rate Eze highly. But what I've said, and I've mentioned Eze when I use the example, I want Manchester United to go for profiles over names. I've said this for the longest. Go and get profiles over names. So Eze, that's an easy signing. Casper, you can point out Eze. I can point out Eze. Do I think Eze is a quality player? Absolutely. Eze is top quality, fits the system, have no issue. But go get a player who isn't at the level, maybe a level below Eze, but it's half the price. That's what I want Manchester United to do. Now, if we go get Eze, cool. But I don't want it to be Eze or nobody. Profiles. There's other Ezes out there. Eze is not the only player who can fulfill that role, and I've used Eze as an example. You could use Kudus as an example, Ait Nori as an example, pick a right wing back as an example. Like there's many players we could look at, me and you, Casper, in the Premier League and go, well, he fits. Like I mentioned Ait Nori there. I rate Ait Nori highly. But if you don't go get Ait Nori, go get a left wing back of that same profile. Same for right wing back. Same for a player in the pivot. Same for the 2 10s. Because if we don't go and get if we don't sign 2 wing backs, a 10 and a striker, I'll be livid in the summer. I don't care how well the players play under Amorim from now to the end of the season. We need 2 wing backs, we need a 10, and we need a striker. Because we need to improve this attack. We need to be aggressive in the transfer market to move forward. Because do I expect Amorim to get more out of this team? Absolutely. Do I expect him to get more out of the attack? I've said this, yes. I'm looking for him to average 2 goals per game minimum, which would be 54 goals because we got 27 games left. I think we scored 11 goals. We scored 12 goals we scored, which would take us to 66 overall, which is not a good return, but it's better. So that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, we'll see. Hey, Keke Letso, big up to you, man. Big up Flawless. Hope you're well, my G. Big up, man, every single time. Bless for the Kane comments, Warrior J. I'll star them, don't worry. Big up to David. Says, big up Flawless. Hope you're good, my G. I'm blessed. Hope you're good too. To James, who says, do you think a double pivot of Casemiro and Mount can work? No pivot with Mountain can work. What's he saying here? So this is Kane. Maybe it's been taken advantage of a little bit. I don't really like it. If I'm totally honest, like I said, England comes before any club. Sorry to tell you you're wrong. Maybe you think that way, which is fine. Everyone's entitled to think what they think. But for most other players, especially players at top clubs, which most players at England are at top clubs, whether it's in England or across Europe, their clubs, their bread and butter. They're the ones playing you week in, week out. And you're not even playing in a big tournament. If it was a World Cup or Euros, then players would be there. They have to look after themselves. You have to be selfish. Some people who are patriotic may not like that, but it's the Nations League. If you got a little bit of a knock, why am I going to run around in the Nations League? What are we talking about here? Why would I? Like, maybe that's Kane's feeling, but I don't think that's the feeling of the rest of the players, to be honest, most of them. They may not say it publicly, but I think they take winning a Premier League or Champions League over Euros or World Cup for England. So when he said it's being taken, this is, for those that don't know, it's been like this for yonks. England players pulling out, obviously before the Nations League, pulling out of friendlies, pulling out of squads. Oh, I got a knock or a hamstring or my back. I'm saying, like, that's what it is, or a little calf strain. Like, protect yourself. I never want my players to play like in the Nations League or international friendlies. Waste of time. Euros and World Cup, even Euros and World Cup qualifiers, I hear that. Because there's actually some high stakes. Nations League and friendlies. And this instance, Nations League. Nah. He can feel that way all he wants. Is what it is. You're one of the very, very few. Hey up to nephew in the chat as well, man. Big up Uncle in the chat. Big up, big up. See what else you lot are saying. Ruben Amorim is expected to take more of an interest in the Manchester United Academy. And that's something I think he will do. I see him tapping into that, especially in his first season. Because he can't go and buy anybody straight away. Literally now from November till January, he has to deal with what he's got. You deal with the cards you are dealt. You can't bring anybody in. So maybe he looks into the youth setup, and I'm all for it. I'm sure there's a wing back down there. I'm sure there's 2 wing backs down there. I'm sure there's players who can play in the pivot. I'm sure there's centre backs. I'm sure there's 10s. I'm sure there's a striker. I'm pretty sure of these things. That's where I'm at with it. And that's what I'm looking for from Amorim. So when I ask, like, what can he achieve in his first season, I'm just looking for significant improvement across the board. And I've stated this before, and I state this again. I look at the team. I look at the competitions we're in, including the Premier League. I don't think we can win the Premier League, but look at where we're at in the league currently, and Manchester United have been woeful. After 9 games, we had 11 points. We was in relegation form. The last time Manchester United had 11 points from 9 games, we was relegated in the 70s. That's how bad it was. And all Rude came in and did was improve the mood, improve the morale, played Casemiro next to Agate, and you've seen the improvement. And we all think that Amorim is a significant improvement on Ten Hag and Ruud van Nistelrooy. So if Ruud can have that level of improvement, I'm expecting Amorim to have an even bigger level of improvement. And that's not going to be good enough for Manchester United to go challenge this season. However, I'm still looking for improvement. Europa League, I've said that. Target that competition. You got 4 favourable games in that competition. I want 4 wins. Go finish in the top 8, then you don't have to worry about the playoffs. And yes, there is teams in there who play in other top leagues in Europe, so it's not going to be easy. However, I fancy our chances. Of course, you have let me actually pull up the Europa League. I'm looking here at the table. We do have the likes of Lazio in there. Ajax are there, but they're not playing well. So you got Lazio, Athletic Club. I ain't gonna lie, that's probably Lyon. That's probably the 3 I'm looking at. Obviously, it could change because teams can sign players in January or teams can go in a good run of form. But currently, I look at this. At Lazio, yes, they're playing well. Steve has mentioned this. Athletic Club, La Liga. Spanish teams are going to be of a certain level. If you're in a major European league, you are going to be of a certain level. So if you're Premier League or you're La Liga, Serie A, Ligue 1, Portuguese league, you're going to be the likes of SCSB and Rangers, Olympiacos, Bodo, Glint, Victoria P. I'm expecting Manchester United to do the business. But I think Lyon are playing well. I think they are one of the teams I look at and I go, yeah, you could cause a problem, but it's not major. I'm looking there, yeah, they're currently sitting 4th they're 5th, in League 1. I know Lazio are playing decent, but yeah, Lazio, I'm not impressed by Galatasaray. I haven't watched them. Not sure how well Frankfurt are doing. I know Ajax are currently struggling. Athletic Club, don't believe are doing too bad. They're currently 6th in La Liga. But Anderlecht, like I said, we all know about Tottenham struggles, FCSB, Rangers, Olympiacos, Bodo Glint, Midtjylland. Is it Ferencváros? Victoria P, Alkmaar, Besiktas, Hoffenheim, Roma, Fenerbahce, who we played, not been impressed. Porto, we played, wasn't impressed. Slavia Prague, Elfsborg. So that's the top 24. And Sociedad are behind that. And Sociedad currently sit 8th. So, do the business. That's where I'm at with it. So in regards to the Europa League, that's what I'm looking at. FA Cup and League Cup. Well, League Cup, we're in away to Tottenham. I was to win that. If we don't win that, I'll be disappointed. Then you're 3 games away from a trophy. 3 games away from a trophy. FA Cup, obviously very dependent on the draw. I'm looking. And even the Premier League, we're 4 points off 3rd. That's a top 6. I stand by that. But it's much more than just results and trophies. You can't just get results and trophies, but the performances are woeful. The performances are not sustainable. We're getting away with it in games. We're not creating a lot. We're not scoring a lot. Defensively, we look shaky. From an individual perspective, nobody's getting better. I'm looking for him to improve players even if they're not good enough. People have said, what if Bruno and Rashford are flying? I still want improvement. But that's testament to Amorim's coaching if they are playing at a better level, which I believe he will get them playing at a better level. But they're still not good enough going forward. Don't be fooled by that. Still add to the squad. Big up to Bradrick Fall. All right, big up my guy Temi. You'll see me on his channel. See me on his channel next week as well. Shout out to Temi every single time. You lot continue to get your questions in. Hey, no filter FC, man. Big up. Flawless, big up. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're good, my guy. Hope you're blessed. Hope you're blessed. Fortunate and Nkunku links. Like the Xerxes links blinked away. It's international break. I think it's very, very lazy. Very, very lazy. But Nkunku, I can't really comment on because I've not watched because he's barely played for Chelsea like that. But people say he fits into one of those 10 roles. He seems technically very sound. Scored a lot of goals before Chelsea. Has scored goals at Chelsea as well, even though he's been playing cup competitions and he's been playing League Cup and he's been playing in the Conference League. Big up to Hano. Jamaica versus USA predictions. Where is it? Is it in Jamaica or is it stateside? Who's at home first? And there will be a watch-along for that on Sunshine FC as well. Shout out to Sunshine. There'll be a watch-along. So I'll be over there hoping Jamaica do the business. Let me actually have a look. Where is it actually being played? Where is it being played? This shit just not telling me. How come there's just no info? Buy tickets. Should just not let me know where it's being played. You lot let me know. Big up to King. Says if Ruben Amorim can implement the style of play, I'll give him 2 summer transfer windows, and if he can't do that, then he should be sacked. But I hear that, King. What do you want to see in Amorim's first game against Ipswich? The style implemented straight away. That's what I want. The style implemented straight away. Back 3, I can already see what you're trying to do on the ball and off the ball. And that's before the result. Of course I want to win. If we don't win, I'll be disappointed. But that's exactly what I want to see. I'd see, okay, this is where we need improvements. This you can do a job to an extent. That's what I'm looking for. Subs, I'm looking for him to be very proactive as well. Because he's not the finished article. He's going to improve. People have said that. Oh, Amorim this and that, like in terms of his level. I'm looking for him to improve. The same Amorim we have now, we shouldn't have at the start of 25-26 season. That Amorim 25-26 season, we shouldn't have 26-27 season. He should be getting better as well. Because he's learning. He's far from the finished article. If it's in Jamaica, 2-0 Jamaica. 2-0 Jamaica. Do away goals count in that? Let me know. Let me know. Did I miss any question? If I missed your question, answer it. Ask it again, people, if I did. I don't think I missed any questions. Flawless if we beat... I know you've been timed out, but yeah, you just got to hold that. Flawless if we beat City in a couple weeks. Are we favourites for the title then? I put it evens with City. You know what's the crazy part, Ryan, and why this is gaslighting? Because if Arsenal were 8 points clear, you wouldn't be talking about, oh, it'd be evens with City. You wouldn't be talking like that. I don't care if it's Slot's first season. Because the way you was gassing up Arsenal over these last couple seasons when they were 8 points clear. And they were facing and they were facing a better City were better then than they are now. And you was gassing them up. The City then, the City in the past 2 seasons is better than the City currently. But I get it, man. You Liverpool, a lot of you Liverpool fans are scared. Got PTSD, I get it. I get it. It's sad to see, but hey, that's your lookout. That's your lookout. Continue to run up the likes. Just under 50 of you lot in there. We're only at 49 likes. Get up to 50 likes. Hit that like button. Get your questions in. Yeah, 8 games with a game in hand. If Arsenal was in the situation Liverpool in and had to start, he'd be waxing lyrical about them. Waxing lyrical. Called them a special side and all this foolishness. Oh, they're a special side? How are you a special side and done nothing special? We wouldn't call a player world class who hadn't done anything world class. Or we wouldn't call a player great who hadn't had great performances. These things are warranted. That's never happened. No one's ever said, oh, this player's a world-class player. And he's had 0 world-class performances. But again, man, Liverpool fan, not all of them actually. I got Bayesian Pops, Barnes, the whole Bayesian Reds TV gang, they're confident. I know someone said, was it Cal from one of the Coppish gang was confident? Dots, who calls into the fan calling show, the young G, he's confident. Liverpool's 12th man, who be in the comment section on the Liverpool show, he's confident. But there's few and far between Liverpool fans who are very confident. Few and far. Do you think that Liverpool will renew Salah's contract? Yeah, I think they will. Because I think they lose Trent. And you can't afford to lose Trent and Salah. That's a big blow. As well as Van Dijk also potentially leaving as well. Even though I think Van Dijk stays, I think Salah stays, I think Trent leaves. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Flawless, in the Premier League, which team surprised you the most and which team disappointed you the most as a neutral so far? Surprise! Forest. Definitely Nottingham Forest. I didn't expect Nottingham Forest to be at the level they're at. Didn't expect them to be performing away. Defensively, very sound as well. Have been very sound, even though they lost to Newcastle. Been very sound. Look at them, they conceded 10 goals. Shit, they got the second best defensive record in the league. Crazy. That's mad. So yeah, I would definitely say Forest. Disappointment. Probably Spurs, you know. Probably Spurs. But then again, I didn't expect too much from Spurs. But they are entertaining to watch. But yeah, probably Spurs. That's what I'd say. Big up to Sheik. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV as well. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. If Liverpool win the league, Salah, Van Dijk, Trent can go out on a high. I hear that, Hanno. But you can't lose your 3 best players, your captain and your vice-captain. You can't do that. You just can't do that as a top club. I don't think that's ever happened in the Premier League. They're their 3 best players, in my opinion. Van Dijk, Salah, Trent are Liverpool's 3 best players. And you're going to let them all walk for free. Your captain and your vice-captain. So not only are you replacing your 3 best players in terms of quality in the squad, you now have to pick a new captain and pick a new vice-captain. with no money coming in. And we know Liverpool do the sell to buy thing because, like Vader likes to say, efficiency. But I hope it happens. But do I see it happening? No, I don't think their board is that naive. I don't think their board. I don't think their board. No one's going to be that naive. It would be like City letting, I don't know, Stones, De Bruyne, and Haaland all walk for free. But Arsenal letting Saka, Odegaard, Saliba go for free. See how wild it sounds when I put it in other terms. Imagine Arsenal did that, what we'd be saying. If Arsenal let Saliba, Saka, and Odegaard all leave for free. Like, exactly. And replace them with who? FSG would buy £20 million players, yeah. I hope it happens from a Manchester United fan perspective. I just don't think they're that foolish. There's someone there with, I hope there's people there with no sense, but I don't think they're that foolish and that daft to let all three of those players walk in the same window. I've said it. I think Trent leaves. I think Van Dijk and Salah stay. Why they're in that situation is just complete incompetence anyway. There's no way you let your three best players get down to 18 months on their contract, never mind 12 months. They can talk to other clubs in January. Literally a month and a half from now, Van Dijk, Trent, and Salah can all talk to other clubs. That's not a good way to go, especially with what's going on there and how it's going so well. Imagine you keep them free and then what Liverpool could potentially add in January or in the summer. But yeah, that's Liverpool's lookout. Big up my guy Don C every single time, and big up Flawless in the chat. Shout out to you, family. Big up, big up. Yep, FSG is that food. I hope you're right, Kaneki. Kaneki, let me ask you, do you think all three of them leave? I can't see that. I think max 2. But you think all 3 of them leave for free? They do that. They might burn Anfield to the ground. The Liverpool fans. They can't do that. Saliba Gabriel versus Kanate Van Dijk. What's the better partnership? Kanate Van Dijk. But Gabriel Saliba is a close second. They're the 2 best centre-back partnerships in the league by some distance. I can't even think who's third. I can't even think who's third. And I rate all 4 of these highly. Van Dijk is of a certain level. I've rated Kanate for a long, long time. I've stated that. Gabriel, I think, doesn't get the praise he deserves because he plays next to Saliba. And Saliba's Real Madrid bound. Saliba's Real Madrid bound. And the crazy part about Saliba is age, what he could improve and what he could become. Look at the levels now. He plays beyond his years now. So imagine him with experience and him just naturally getting better as well. Him at Madrid, him and Rudiger together. Hey, just saying. Didn't Liverpool lose Suarez, Torres, Gerrard, Balotelli, and Luis Alberto with a year, if memory serves? Yeah, but it wasn't all the same summer, Kaneki. It's not all the same summer. Because Suarez and Torres weren't there together. Right? That would be like them losing a Torres, Gerrard, and somebody else. I don't see it happening. Question is, where would Van Dijk go if he left? Barcelona, maybe? Pull some levers? Barcelona? Maybe Real Madrid? Maybe Real Madrid say, hey, you know what? We wait on the Saliba thing. Go get Van Dijk. Maybe. If I'm Real Madrid and I don't want to save money, you go get Van Dijk, Alphonso Davies, and Trent on freeze. Go get both of them. Maybe you do that. Maybe you go get Trent and Van Dijk and say, hey, you know what? You two both come to Real Madrid. Maybe you do that. Maybe. Who knows? Big up Flawless. Big up to RSV. Ten Hag may have been fully at fault, but there are certain players like Rashford who's no longer defendable. He's truly done. He lacks the pride, passion, grit to play for the badge. I hear you. And there's no may about Ten Hag may have been fully at fault. He was fully at fault because he continued to play. Look at the things you've just mentioned about Rashford. He lacks pride, passion, and the grit to play. Who consistently played him? The manager came out and said, I'm going to play him regardless, no matter how bad his form is. So you're an enabler. What happens to me on here when I'm doing whatever show and one of my co-hosts is wilding, who gets the blame? And yeah, it's in a jokey fashion, but who gets the blame? Oh, Flawless, you're an enabler. You lot have seen me get called that. Cam called at me yesterday in the group chat. Was it yesterday or a couple of days ago? He called me an enabler. I get called an enabler for people's bad behavior. You lot have watched me. You lot have seen me say. Probably you, someone watching right now, has probably called me that in the chat. So Ten Hag on a much bigger scale than Sarcasm City TV or Manchester United Football Club, you enabled this. You back these players. Once you're at a club for 3 years, shut up, H. Once you're at a club for 3 years, everybody you want there, everybody that's there is now because of you. It's like Amorim. These are not his players. Amorim, these are not his players whatsoever. So I'm not holding him accountable for these players being here. But in 2020, the 27-28 season, Rashford's still here, Bruno's still here, and Shaw's still here, and Maguire's still here, and Lindelof, and Mount, and all these players we don't rate, and Garnacho. You know who I'm looking at? Amorim. They should not be here in 3 years. Look at what Klopp did at Liverpool. Look at his first team, and then look 3 years on. How many of them players were there playing regular? Because I've said this before, and I say this again. When it comes to play, a player can be at your squad, but you don't have to play him, and he's still out of favour. Just don't play him, because he'll make a move. I've said this. You can freeze out anybody. Forget contracts. Forget the name. Forget the number on their back. Forget commercial value and all this rubbish. Any manager can get rid of any player they want to in regards to, you might not be able to sell him, but I'm saying freeze him out. You're not going to play here. So it's best that you make a move. And most players want to play football, especially if it's a World Cup year or it's a Euro year. They want to play. Next season is a World Cup year. So let's say Manchester United, for example, can't move on Maguire because of the wages. We'll use that as an example. We can't move him on. But Amorim goes to him and says, you're not going to play here. Guess what? By January times, even before that, November, December, you know who's on his agent's case, trying his best to make a move? Harry Maguire. Because he wants to play from January to the summer to make the World Cup squad. And that goes for every player. So he could have been here from August till January, but not play. You're not going to get minutes. Make it crystal clear. I'm playing free at the back. 6 of my centre-backs can be injured. You're still not going to play. I will play 3 youth players ahead of you. You're not going to play. It's best you make. And I'm just using Maguire. Pick anybody. But that's in the future. So yeah, that's why I'm not. This no may have been fully at fault. He was at fault. But I'm with you on Rashford. I don't want Rashford here. From your point of view, which players you think would not fit Amorim's formation and system? How long have you got? Pretty much all the attacking players outside of Diallo. Diallo, I think, can do it to it. I think he can play to a level. Xerxes, maybe. Xerxes, I'm still waiting to see. I think Højlund's in trouble. I think Rashford's in trouble. I think Garnacho's in trouble. I think Anthony's in trouble. I think Mount's in trouble. It's literally all our attack. All our final third players. All the players who played left wing or right wing or both or striker. All of them. Outside of Xerxes, Diallo. I think Bruno will be okay to an extent as well. That is pretty much it. Xerxes, I'll wait and see as well. That's 4 out of 9 players? 10 players going forward. I think they're in trouble. The likes of Rashford, Garnacho, Anthony, Mount, Højlund. That's 5. Did I miss anybody? I think the defensive players would be all right. Surprisingly, I think Luke Shaw will do all right in the system if he stay fit. But that don't mean I want him here, but as a backup left-sided centre-back. We can't stay fit. See what else you lot are saying. Yes, like Manj said, like this video and subscribe to Sarcasm City TV if you are new. Yes, hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Big up to Stephanie G as well. Did someone ask me about Guti? To No Filter FC says, Trent to Madrid is already done in my opinion. I hope you're right, my guy. What do I think about Sancho's Chelsea career so far? He's played like 3-4 matches, but he's shown his quality, which he does have. Like, he's not the worst player in the world. There's many other wingers that are worse than Sancho that play in the Premier League. Yeah, Guti was a quality. Guti was top quality. Top quality. Bad boy midfielder. Where do I think Kobbie Mainoo goes in this system? as much as I want him to play in the 10, I think he plays in the 6 for now. Because our pivot options are so bad. We have Casemiro, we have Agate, we have Ericsson. That is it. There's nobody else. Unless he goes and gets a youth player. Unless he uses a Collier or somebody else. But personally, I think he plays in the pivot. But I want to see him as a 10. And I'm hoping this season, and definitely the following season, we see him higher up the pitch. That's what I'd say. Score prediction for Ipswich, 2-0 Manchester United. Do you think you can beat City at the Etihad? Yes. Does Bruno stay as captain under Amorim? I think for the time being, yeah. Because you don't know these players. So it's like, all right, I'm not going to pick my captain yet. Who's my lieutenant? Is it a lieutenant? Is that your guy who's on the field? Is it a lieutenant? Is it a general? Is the general above the lieutenant? Let me actually check the army hierarchy. Let me see. Yeah. So it's the field marshal's the highest. So all right, he's the field marshal. How come we never use field marshal for that? We always say general or lieutenant. But basically, his lieutenant, I was right. We don't know who his lieutenant's gonna be. He could strike up chemistry and a great working relationship with the player we don't expect, and it's like, you know what? That's my guy. That's my captain. He's my captain. So yeah, I don't like Bruno as captain either. But who you gonna pick as captain? Maybe he goes with Casemiro. Maybe he decides with Agate. I don't know, but I think people put too much stock on the captaincy anyway. I don't think it's as important as people make out. I don't think it really makes too much of a difference like that. If the team's doing what it's supposed to do, no one's really fussed about the captaincy. Now, who's the captain at City? Who is the captain? I actually know who's their captain. Is it Diaz? Who is their captain? I actually don't know. Who is it? Yeah. I think Maserati fits in the system. Absolutely. Is it Rodri? Okay. See, I didn't even know. Do I think Maserati fits in? Absolutely. I think he can play right wing back. He can play left wing back. I think he's also capable of playing right-sided centre back as well. And if you want to be a bit more defensive, he's your guy. I want to see how he does going forward, because there's much more. You have much more to do. There's much more expectation going forward when you are a wing back rather than being a full back. I don't know how good he is. Can he get anywhere near an Aït-Nouri level in regards to the final third? Because you know how important, anyone who knows about back threes knows that the wing backs are so important going forward. Any back three that's been successful, the wing backs are vital in terms of in the final third. So we'll see. Flawless, do you think if Xavi Alonso goes Madrid, he plays the same 3-4-2-1 or plays a back four? If he's smart, he goes and plays a back three. I've said this, like, what brought you to the dance? Run with that. That's why you got hired. I've used this analogy plenty of times. I signed you to my label as a rapper. Rap. I don't need you singing R&B. I didn't sign you to sing R&B. I signed you off the base of you being a rapper. Like Spoobs said yesterday, shout out to Spoobs. He added to the analogy as well. Why are you trying to make a pop song to go commercial and go viral and go number one? Making some cheesy pop song. You're a rapper. Rap. So if I'm Xavi Alonso, this is what has brought me success. I'm playing a back three. Simple as that. And that's with Amorim as well. People have said, oh, what if the players don't adapt to his style? Well, bring in players who do. Even use youth players who do. Manchester United have a whole youth system. Utilize it. Because that player in that system is going to perform better than that senior player who's terrible at it. Even if the youth player performs to an average level, oh, he's an average wing back. It's better than a poor wing back or below average wing back. So I look at it. Oh, Warrior J was asking captain for Manchester City. But you lot continue to run up the likes. We're only at 43 likes, man. Get us up to 50 likes. Hit the subscribe button. Continue to hit the subscribe button, please, people. And continue. Right. Oh, jeez. We're just short of 13,200. We're almost at 13.2k. We're 3 short. I need 3 of you lot to subscribe. There will be the 13k subscriber party on Saturday, people. On Saturday. And now we're 1 short of 3,000 3,000. One shot of 13,200 people. And I'll be here for another about 15, 20 minutes, people. So like I said, get your questions in. Get your questions in. Did I miss any? I don't think I did. Let's see. And members, this is your time as well, man. Members, this is your time. Because if you're a member of the channel, links in the pinned comment. I'll start your question and I'll get to it first. You literally like the fan calling show, like you jump the queue. If you're a member, you'll jump the queue with questions. So I literally start your question and I get to it next. So that's one of the many great perks of the membership. Link is in the pinned comment. I know the members want to support, but I'm just letting you lot know as well. Mourinho's Chelsea or Wenger's Invincibles, which is better? Mourinho's Chelsea. Mourinho's Chelsea was, yeah, it was better all around. Better, 100%. I think it was better all around. But I think Mourinho's a better manager than Wenger. Like that Mourinho Chelsea side is up there. It's probably top 5. It's probably top 5 Premier League teams of all time, I think. It's up there. I need to actually sit down and think about it, but I think it's top 5. Put it this way, I think it's the best Chelsea side we've seen. I think it's better than any Arsenal side we've seen. It's only United and City sides I think that compete with it. That's just me. So yeah, Chelsea side, but the Invincibles was cold. Do I think Rashford turns it around? It turns it around in what sense, TTM? When you say turn it around, like, do I think we get a better Rashford? Yes. Do I think we see the Rashford people fly that people want to see, like flying and high level? And no. But do I think he improves? Yes. But I think everybody gets better. But it's not hard to improve from where these players are at. It's not hard. But I think he gets better out of Rashford. For some reason, I think he plays Rashford up top. Unpopular opinion. That's just I look at it and I go, I can see Rashford playing up top. As in, does he make a genuine case to be part of this squad long term? Maybe. Maybe. Because I think Amorim gets better out of him and Rashford has his uses. He can definitely be a useful squad player. Do I personally want him in the squad? No. But maybe it is. I said, do you really believe you can defeat City at Etihad? No. Yes, I said yes. We've won there before. Like, why would I not think that we can beat City at the Etihad? I think Manchester United can win any game. Why would I not think we can beat City? Especially the way City been playing. Flawless off topic, just to confirm if you're doing the England watch along on Playback Right. I put that in the schedule update, but I don't know if you're doing it. I'm actually not, because I'm going to be live on Mo's channel. Shout out to Judge Mo. So I'm not. If I am, I'll run it late. But England are terrible to watch. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Like, England, they're bad. They're so bad to watch. Actually, they were better they played better under Carsley, but it's boring. Oh, is it 7:45? Yeah, probably not. I'm not going to lie. I do the Island game though on the Sunday. I do the Island game. Shouts to Cubed. Love Cubed every single time. Nothing but love. Shouts to Cubed. Man said, lunchtime over, gonna dip. Keep timing out, Ryan, and big up everyone. I hope you're blessed though, Kaneki. Big up, salute my G every single time. Yeah, Ollie won there. Man asked me a question, I answered it, and then asked me again. It's like, why don't I think we could win? I think we could win at the Emirates. I think we could win at the Anfield. Is it going to be very tough to do those things? Yes, and obviously closer to the time, how we're playing, how the opposition is playing, who's injured on both sides, etc. Form going into both of those games. But why would I not be confident? I think it's because you lot have seen me be so critical of the team and be confident going nowhere. It's like, that's on the team. My confidence comes from the manager and the team. If we're managers managing well and we're playing well, which is what I expect Amorim to get us to, I'll be confident. If we beat Ipswich Town, I beat Everton, why would I not go into that Emirates game confident? Let me actually pull up our fixture list. And we got Bodo Glint, I think, between that as well. Yeah, I'm right. Ipswich Town away, Bodo Glint at home, Everton at home, then it's Arsenal away. So let's say we win the 3 games before, why would I not be confident? Then Forest at home, that'll be tough. Victoria P away, we should win that. And then we got City away. Why would I not be confident? Who are the greatest Prem sides 1 to 5 ever? I have to sit down and think about this. But the Chelsea side gets in there. This ain't in order, by the way. United 08, United 99. I have to think about City sides, because I kind of like erased that from my memory. And then one of the Arsenal sides get in there. Probably the Invincibles. They probably get in there. The Invincibles get in there. Yeah, that's it. That's the 5. United 99, United 08, Chelsea 04, 05. Invincible Arsenal. One of those City sides. But I have to have a think about which City side. From the promoted sides, Ipswich, Leicester and Southampton, who do you think has a chance of staying up, and which 3 teams you think will get relegated? I think Ipswich and Leicester have a very, very good chance of staying up. Ipswich play good enough football and are offensive to the point where they can create enough and score enough. And I think Leicester eventually sack Cooper, and I think they'll be fine. Because even with Cooper, they've got 10 points from 11 games. I think Southampton are gone, Wolves are gone, Palace are gone. Basically, the 3 teams in the bottom 3, I think, are gone. Because West Ham, like Leicester, I think they sack Lopetegui and they'll be all right. So, yeah, Southampton, Wolves, Palace. I'm hoping Wolves go down so we can go get Aït-Nouri for cheap. That's what I'm hoping for. Go get Aït-Nouri for cheap. That's what I'm with. See what else you lot are saying as well. Is my phone going off? What's this? Just making sure it's not important. That's all. Let's see. I said send them Wolves to get down. I hear you. Who's the greater manager, Pep or Fergie? Fergie. People, I hear Pep, me and Vader slightly had this debate. And of course there's going to be bias towards it. But to me it's Sir Alex Ferguson. Because I don't just take into consideration his Manchester United stint. I also take into consideration his stint in Aberdeen, his stint in Scotland. I also take that into consideration that people want to overlook, because he basically did what Xavi Alonso did, bar Xavi Alonso not winning the Europa League. So look how we talked about Xavi Alonso last season and the great job he did. Now adding Fergie doing that and actually winning the European trophy, right? He didn't go undefeated, but he broke the stranglehold on the Scottish Premier League, which was Rangers and Celtic, and it still stands to this day. Since he won the Scottish League with Aberdeen, which is before my time because it's the 80s, no other team outside Celtic or Rangers have won the Scottish League. And he won a European Cup. I think he beat Real Madrid in the final. So to me, like, Pep's bad boy. Do not get it misunderstood. But Pep needs his players and his way to be successful. And when it comes to that, if you give Pep what he needs, ridiculous manager. Ridiculous manager. You give Pep what he needs, he is the guy. But outside of that, nah. And people want to forget things like Mourinho running him out of Spain, but, you know, a whole different conversation. Who's your favourite non-Manchester United player in the Premier League right now? Ooh, that's a good question. Cube. Who's my favourite Premier League player, non-Manchester United player in the Premier League right now? Never thought about this. Who is it? That's a great question. Fuck. You stumped me with that one. Who is it? Trying to think. Actually looking at the table. That's a real good one. You've got me with that. Damn. We actually pull up the Premier League table, so I can actually get some bearings on like these players. Because I got to take my biases aside. Because obviously I'm not going to like the ops. I ain't going to like the ops. I actually don't know. It's a great question. No, probably Lavia, you know. It's probably Lavia. I think he's a bad boy central midfielder. Probably Lavia, I'd say. See, this is why I cubed the real one. Yeah, stump me with that one. Caicedo up there, Palmer up there as well. 100%, I'd say. Yeah. Because, yeah, favourite, that's what it is. So it's like, it's tough to have favourites of like the ups. Like Chelsea ain't really an up like that. You gotta be Sonny from your second team, no. I am a big fan of Adogi, Van de Ven. I do rate them both. They're like right up there. Like they would probably make, like, to your question, they'd probably both make like my top 5. I'm a big fan of Van de Ven, big fan of Adogi as well. I think they're both top quality. That's what I'd say. Both top quality. I was trying to think of Spurs players. Like Madders I'm a big fan of, but I don't know what's going on with Madders. Big fan of Madders. Yeah, Eze another one. Yeah, Eze quality. That's what it is. Yeah, Eze is. Making 11 out of your favourite players outside of United. Goalkeeper, it's just going to be like the best players, I'm going to lie, the best players who are not Liverpool, City, Arsenal. Because I can't stand them 3 clubs. So, for instance, Martinez would be there, the Dogie, Van de Ven. Who's a right-sided centre-back that I rate highly? Who's a right-sided centre-back? That's a good question. You lot stumped me. Right back would probably be Porro. Right-sided centre-back, I can't think. Midfield, Lavia. I rate highly. Big fan of Onana. Amadou Onana. 10, I like Rodgers. I like Maddison. You lot see the theme. How it's Chelsea, Villa, and Spurs. You lot catch a theme. As much as and again, I rate Liverpool, City, Arsenal players. I just can't stand them as football clubs. Isak's in there. Big fan of Isak. Like if it's a striker, Isak. Without doubt. I'm a big fan of Isak. Wingers do I rate? Eze definitely get on one side. I like Anderson actually, from, speaking of right-sided centre-backs, from Fulham. I like Anderson. I'm a fan of Anderson. That's what I'd say. Nah, I go Anderson. Romero, I'm not a fan of Q, but I really like that. Like I say, back 5, Martinez, goalkeeper, and then Adogi, Van de Ven, Anderson at Fulham, Porro. See how it's Spurs related. Midfield, it has to be Lavia, Caicedo. 10, I like Rodgers. I'm a big fan of Rodgers. And then left, Eze, striker, Isak, right wing. Can't think of one. You lot have to let me know a right winger. I think there's no right winger that's coming to mind. I rate Robinson highly, H, but I think Adogi's better. But I rate Robinson. Cucurella's not better than Adogi. Yeah, Isak's the one cubed. And then, yeah, that's pretty much my 11. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Robinson. I just think Adogi's better. But they're 1 and 2. That's what I'd say. What ballers did you want to model your game after? Obviously, when you're a kid, everyone wants to be the attackers. Everybody wants to be attacking players as a kid. To me and where I grew up and all my brethren, we all wanted to be the offensive players. Everyone wanted to be the players scoring goals because you're not really a student of the game when you're young like that. There's the odd one, yeah, but like the odd kid who might be, but most it's all about strikers. Especially growing up, it was strikers. Everyone wanted to be the nines, and it was 2 strikers. So it was Colin York, Ollie and Sheringham, Henri Bergkamp, for example. I'm just throwing out them names there, and it was 2 of them. So I would say, it might be an attacking midfielder. Might be a Scholes who was then an attacking midfielder, or a Zidane, for example. So yeah, but then obviously as you get older, it kind of changes it changes slightly. It changes slightly. But I didn't really model my game after anyone. I tried to model my mentality of Keane. That's what I will say. Even though I wasn't as aggressive as him, and still not. Even though I'm not as aggressive as him. I won't call people out like that. I tried to have my mentality of my game. That's why you'll hear me say all the time, do the basics. That's Keane. Because he'll say that all the time. If you watch his, and this is before he was doing punditry, by the way, because I remember him as a player. He's one of my favourite players of all time. Favourite ever United captain. You'll hear him say it. Do the basics. That's why I say it. That's why when I'm watching Manchester United, I'll be like, do the basics. When I'm on watch-alongs. When I talk about players, do the basics. When we play in pro clubs, do the basics. When I am playing football, who's played football with me? I'm trying to think. Ask Months. Victor. Me and Victor played football if he's still in the chat. Ask Victor what I'm like. I don't shut up five-a-side. I tell man, do the basics. The rest will come in terms of quality. But if you do the basics, you have half a chance. So in regards to mentality, it was keen. And then the way I played, there weren't really many players that I look at and go, oh, I played like he played like me, or I played like him. Because then it's an ability thing. That's what it is. And I am fully aware of my ability. Like I am not deluded. I am fully aware of my ability as a footballer, which is probably why I don't get on people's cases when I'm playing ball, because I know my limitations. But you know what I do? The basics. I get the ball and pass it to somebody in the same colour shirt as me. It sounds crazy, but like stuff like that, play the way you're facing. Don't give the ball away. Close down. Track your man. Basics. Especially playing five-a-side as well. 11-a-side, it's a little bit different, but I was the DM anyway, so normally I'm just doubling up. I'm just doubling up with a fullback and stuff like that. I've always done that. This is why the team I played for, which I played for years on and off, probably about 12, 13 years now, I've always got on well with the defensive players, the fullbacks. Because they don't have to say, oh, come on. I'll naturally, whether it's left back or right back, I'll naturally drift over to that side to help them double up. Or if they go forward, I'll sit in. Again, that's just basics. Your right back goes forward, you're the DM, go towards the right-hand side. If you lose it, you're over there. Same with the left side. Same way if you're a midfielder, if you're in a pivot and one of your midfield advances, I just sit in front of the back four. Some of that is because I don't have the energy to get back, I'm not going to lie. I don't have a big engine whatsoever. When it comes to technical attributes, mental or physical, the worst part about me is physical. I've said this. You lot seen the game against Wolves. Cone in transition. Big pitch. Cone. Telling you. Absolute cone. That's what it is. You lot continue to run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. And I keep saying this, I'm going to try and get that footage off Months. I know he did a watch along, but do a watch along for that game of at the Molineux. 1 second, I'm just seeing this. 1 second, people. There, 1 second, you lot. Continue to get your question. Now, the pitch fault, proper shit. Nah, it was nice, the Molineux. Even though the pitch, it wasn't rolled. That's why I slipped right at the start of the game. I was like, damn, I thought this was going to be a carpet. Obviously not. Yeah, TTM, this is it, though. It sounds so stupid, but it's spot on what you're saying and what I'm saying in regards to, you'd be surprised how much man forget the basics in the actual heat of a match. That you're saying do the basics. There's no other, no, what I'm saying, H, is I thought it would have been a carpet because it's the Premier League. That's what I would say. But yeah, it's like, yo, just pass the ball. Like, you hear me say it on watch-alongs all the, hey, basics. It's a 10-yard pass. Pass him the ball. You're a professional. I'm not saying, hey, pick up the ball and ping it 40 yards right onto his foot. No. Hey, pass the ball 5 yards, I beg. Have just some common sense. Hey, they're pressing us, there's space. Run into space, you'll hear me say that. Why are we playing out from the back every single time? Play out from the back some of the time, even most of the time. Catch the opposition off guard. They're expecting you to play out from the back. Go direct their space. If they're pressing 5-6 players into the half, like, so they've got, say it's the striker, the 10, 2 wingers, and a midfielder. So that's a striker, a 10, 2 wingers, and a midfielder. That means half of their outfield players are outside of the box. That means they're spacing behind. It's a Premier League pitch. It's literally space, because half of their outfield players are now on the edge of your box. There's space somewhere. Hit it. And you've probably got quick players or a physical player you can try and find. Play through the lines. How come I can see this and say this, but nah, you know what, we're still going to... Knowing that they press well the team and your players may not be the best at playing out from the back. Like Chelsea do that exceptionally well. Like Lavia and Caicedo, they have 2 of the best at playing out from the back. If you have players of that caliber, I hear it. Manchester United don't. Most teams don't. Especially if you're playing a team who press well. Now, if the press is weak and you can bypass it, yeah. I do it playing football. Man's on me. I'm not press resistant like that. Hey, long. I say line. Say that. Man on me, hit the line. If we lose the first, we win the second. And even if you lose the ball, it's in the final third. Because then you know what happens eventually if you keep kicking it long. All right, let's retreat. The opposition will retreat. And then you know that then what creates an easy to play out. All right, play it short. Don't be predictable. Don't be predictable. Like, that's what it is. But we move. Let me send this message back. Give me 1 second, people. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Run up the likes, though. All right, 1 second. Bear with me, you lot. Alright, let's see what else you lot. Unk plays like he played clubs in real life. I hear you, just without the physical attributes. Basically, Maino with a little less physical. No, because Maino's feet are ridiculous. Maino's press resistant. He can receive the ball on the half turn. He can bounce plays. He can drive with the ball. The goal he scored, ironically, at the Molineux, I'm not scoring that. No. Like, Maino he's ridiculous. Like, Maino's ability. The giving goals, the 1-2s, I ain't got all that in my locker. If I did, I'd be playing at a high level. That's how you know man be bullshitting. People are not just in this space, but just ball. Everyone, that's the thing is, people will tell, oh, I'm a baller, so why didn't you play at a high level then? I'm not hearing that, not necessarily Premier League, but why are you not playing at a high level? Like high, when I say a high level, higher than Saturday League, Sunday League. I know man that are playing at a higher than Saturday League and Sunday League. If you are that good. If you are this, because most man ain't. So it is. Most man lying. Like, there is the occasional person who has the injury, yes. But other than that, there's very few. There's not many. Like, Aaron actually played. Shout out to Aaron. You lot know Mr. Aaron United. Aaron Sakai. He actually played at a professional level. And having played against him and played in the same team, you see why he played at a professional level. He's of a certain quality. But most people ain't. Most people just be lying. That's what it is. If I go back into football now, I'd probably just do the DM thing. It's crazy now, different. I see the pitch now compared to young days. Yeah, because you just got more knowledge, TTM. Now I think about it, it's like, the game's even easier. Because I remember being teenage years, like 17, 18, and then when you make the jump to play in men's football, I was like, the physicality is different. Like, I struggled. I was like, damn. Like, in regards to it. But now, but then eventually, 3-4 games in, you get the hang of it. You gotta know what you're gonna do before you get the ball. Type of thing. Again, basics. Play the way you're facing. And then if you have a little agility and a little balance, which I do, you're all right. You're fine. Because most people will rush in. It's like, you just gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you dancing, you gotta have the hips. You know what I'm saying? And that. Like, you doing what's it called? What's that dance called? Oh, I've lost the name. What's the dance called? You lot, let me know. What is it? What's the dance called? I forgot. Oh, it's lost me at that. It's a Latin dance. You lot know what I'm talking about. Is it tango? Nah, it's another name, but tango's a good one. That's it, TTM, the samba, man. The samba dance. You gotta have that. And maybe because I can dance a little bit, it sounds stupid. It helps in football. It helps. Like, that's what it is. Because you can, move your hips. You know what I'm saying? Which helps you move your body. Type of thing. And again, I got long limbs, so that helps as well. So it helps me protect the ball better also. Yeah, man. The samba. You know what I'm saying? The salsa. That's it. Sunshine. The salsa. That's the one. That's the one. The salsa. That's why you'll see man do yoga and stuff, all jokes aside. It's to help with that. That's why people will do yoga, Pilates classes, stretching and all that type of things, especially as players get older. Because it helps. Like balance and agility. It's like why boxers skip and things of this nature. It sounds daft the way I'm saying it, but it helps in football. It helps. I'm telling you. Who's the one United player you want to get rid of the most? Oh, Bruno, without doubt. It's Bruno. It's Bruno. I'm tired of Bruno. I'm tired. He has aged me in football in years, I'm telling you. It's Bruno. I can't be bothered with him anymore. So without doubt, Bruno Fernandes. Without doubt. See? Brazilians integrated samba into football. True State actually does help. Why do you think they all have great balance? Well, not this generation, but previous. That man can dance. Look at Vinicius when he scores a goal. Paqueta. Yeah, ballet does help too. Rio Ferdinand spoke on that. He did ballet. Like balance and agility actually helps. Well, look at Brazil, like Ronaldinho, like Kaká. That man can dance. Like, it sounds daft, but it's part of balance. Like, if you got no balance, you're a terrible dancer. You have to have some form of agility. Because you have to be fit to do that. You know, like when you see Chris Brown and all them things there, like when they be going at it, like that's tiring work. Regardless if Slot wins the league this season and Arteta doesn't win the Champions League, how damaging is that for Arteta when you think he deserves another season? Arteta don't deserve this season. No matter who wins the league. Arteta should not have got this season. He should have not seen the 2024-25 season. To tell you the truth, he shouldn't have seen the 23-24 season. Wait, yeah, that was last season. He shouldn't have seen that. On top of the table for 93% of the time and you don't win it. In a bit. After spending at that point, was it 400, 500 mil at that point? Bye. Should not have got that season. Never mind this one. So he ain't deserving on merit? No. If you're trying to win, no. If you're happy that he just made you better and he's made you a top 4 side, absolutely. But it seems a lot of Arsenal fans don't want to win. And you was there gaslighting him last season, Ryan, talking about, oh, the special side. Respect Arsenal more. Respect what? Respect my net back. What are we talking about here? Go win something. People always want to crown teams kings and give them these plaudits and these accolades. Like, yo, win something. That's what it is. Nah, he didn't deserve this season. No, in the slightest. Based off of what? Why did he deserve this season? Based off of what? What did he do? Because no, Ryan, you didn't. No one else, apart from outside of Arsenal fans, had Arsenal top of the league in their predictions at the start of the season. So we don't think he's good enough. So why are we keeping him? People just want to dance around that. No pun intended. People want to salsa around it. Yo, stop there. Hey, stop salsering and let's have the conversation. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop two-stepping. Stop doing the Millie Rock. Stop doing the shmoney dance. Like, let's have the conversation. Nobody outside of Arsenal fans had Arsenal top of the league in their prediction list, so why are we keeping him? Make that make sense. I don't understand. Make it make sense. Nobody believes he's good enough, so we keeping him for what? And my club did that. No one believes Ten Hag's good enough. We are keeping him for what? Well, a portion of our fan base did. But no one outside of the Manchester United fan base thought Ten Hag was good enough. That's why they were over the moon that we kept him. I'm lost. Maybe it's because I'm from a slightly older, I'm from a different generation. I don't understand it or get it whatsoever. Shout out to Martin, because me and him was having a conversation and he was talking about, it's like you don't want to win out, because he was like, I'm not giving you the answer you want. I was like, I'm just trying to understand and comprehend where you're coming from, because it's like you don't want to win at all costs. It's like it's okay, oh well, if we just get 85 points. And shout out to my guy Martin, that's my G. You get 85 points. I'm cool with that. What? So as long as he gets 85 points or more, you're cool with that. So what happens if you just get second place for the next 3 years with that? Well, that won't happen. Well, 85 points hasn't been enough to win the last 4 or 5 leagues, I think. I think it's the 4 or 5, because I checked it. I think it's the last 4 or 5 leagues. I don't think 85 points could have won it. 23-24 was 91. 22-23 was 89. 21-22 was 93. 2021 was 86. 19-20 was 99. 18-19 was 98. 17-18 was 100. 16-17 was 93. 23-6. So you have to go back to 2015-16 when Leicester won it for when 85 points is enough for you to win the league. But you're just happy. I'm win at all costs when it comes to Manchester United Football Club. But hey ho, we move. And maybe I don't know when that change happened. Big up to Paul B. Big up for the super chat. Hey, Paul, good to see you in the chat, man. I appreciate the super chat. Says, yes, bruv. Seeing those numbers going up. God bless. Hey, bless to you, Paul. Hope you I hope you're good. Appreciate the super chat. Hope you and yours is blessed. And yeah, the numbers are going up. And you always supporting, so I appreciate it. Thank you. In honor of and big up to Cubed every time. In honor of the Jamaica playing USA today, if you could sign one USA player to United, who would it be? Oh, Robinson easily. Robinson. That was the player I was screaming about in the summer. Robinson. Now with the back three, it's slightly different. I think he's a better left back than he is a left wing back, but without doubt, still Robinson. I think he's top quality. Yeah, Hano. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Hano. Exactly. Same with Bruno. Only United fans think he's world class and underrated. And shout out to Mo as well. Mo Salad. For those that know him, you see him on Mo's channel. This is a different Mo. He rates him too. But outside of that, that's it. I don't see no one jumping up and down about Bruno. 22-23 was his first season challenging, so he deserved the next season. It fine margins last season why he lost, and that run he went on in the second half of the season was insane, so he deserved that season. How long's Arteta been in charge? Because now I'm confused. Hold up. I need to actually check this because I'm confused. I don't actually know. All right. When did he join Arsenal? This would be a great help. So he joined December 19. December 19. So you've said 2022-23 was his first season, so he deserved the next season. No, he did not. Because of the way they lost and the money he'd spent. And the fact they'd won no trophies in that period of time too. What are we talking about? What are we doing out here? What are we talking about? What are we doing? And fine margins. Yo, he lost. Stop bigging up losing. He lost because he's not good enough. And you tried to gas him up. Respect to Flawless. Why don't you respect Arsenal more? They're a special side. Special what? What did they do that was special? Nothing. He failed. He failed because he's not good enough. Why can't people comprehend this? And Ryan's a prime example of this. People can't comprehend that man's a failure when it comes to winning the big one. He cannot win the big two because he's not good enough. And the evidence shows that. Yeah, my God. Okay, so if Slot loses out on the league from this moment on, does he deserve to be sacked? It's his first season. No. If it was his fourth season, yes. If he had done everything that Arteta had done, yes. It's his first season. Now, is it a worrying sign if he was on top of the league for 93% of the time and didn't win it? Yes. But it's his first season. So I would give him the second season because he's had no signings and he's done a very, very good job so far. What are we talking about here? Ryan just don't want to admit he was wrong about Arteta. We just don't like it. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. I said, nah, just for that comment, bro, deserves the first time him out. It's because he was wrong about it, and that's why he's trying to scramble for it. That's what it is. Like a lot of Arsenal fans are trying to scramble for it now. Like, oh, Flawless was right, and they don't like it. They don't like it. Hey, big up to Ed. Gang. Ed, not seeing you in a minute. Hope you're blessing everything, man. Big up, man. Hope you're good. What's this? Yusuf says, breaking. Anthony's agent, Junior Pedroso, says the player has no intention of leaving Manchester United. And that's from George Nicola via @sport_witness. Fez? Hey, you lot always on this case. I respect it. You lot just jumping. I get it, man. I get it. But I take Captain America at United. Who? Pulisic? Absolutely not. If there's an American at my team, I want Robinson. That's it. 5 years in December, I don't think man realize and comprehend how much money he spent up until that period. How much money had he spent by the end of, not this season just gone, the 22-23 season? Was it like 500 M's? And he'd been there, 3 years? You've took us as far as you can go. Go get another manager. But hey, we move. But yeah, with Anthony not wanting to leave, we'll see. Well, see, I don't know where he gets deployed in this system that's effective. I think his time's up. It's insane that there's still enough men who think Arteta is good enough to take them to the top. Arteta's built an okay foundation. Better managers are out there who can build off of that foundation. That was it. He improved them. He made them a title contending side. He solidified them in the top 4. He improved the team, first 11. He improved the squad overall. Like, now it's time to give them the reins to somebody else who can get you over the top. But you know what, Arsenal, keep him. Keep him. Please do. I want Arsenal to keep him. Please do. Please, please, please do. I'm out there in. So I hope they keep him. So they can fail again and again and again and again and again and again. Because it currently has been 4 years, 104 days, 22 hours, 59 minutes and 36 seconds since Arsenal last won a trophy. But hey, man, keep Arteta in the helm, man. Did you see that clip from Lee? Did you see that Lee clip from 5 years ago predicting Arteta's regime? Now, what did he say in the clip? What did he say? I need to find that clip. If anyone's got the clip, at me on Twitter. Hey, shouts to Cube, all love Flawless, all love Cube. I'll be back later to check you out on Sunshine for US versus Jamaica. Love Cube every single time. Big up. I never let the Crongy owners go. They're smashing it. Facts. Yeah, it's a savory complex. Absolutely. It's Stockholm syndrome. Oh, this ain't as bad as it was. Nah, you're still like captured. It's just that they don't beat you and they give you snacks. And they give you better food, and they give you some, and then you can watch TV, and you got a console in there. That's it. But you're still in jail. You're just in jail, but like you're just in a better jail. You're in a more comfortable jail. That's what it is. Yeah, more yard time, more visits, more food. Like I said, consoles in there, etc. But that's what it is. Arsenal got too much PTSD from late Wenger Emery years. They've given Arteta a saviour complex. Hey, big up to them, man. Shout out to Arsenal. For true. All right, 10 more minutes, you lot, and then I'm out of here before I go over to Mo's channel at 7 p.m., which is half an hour from now. Anno says, what do you expect from Liverpool fans? Flawless. They are bridesmaids, so they used to celebrate in second place. Same Tuesday. That's Ryan who did. There is a clip of Ryan saying, just get me back to being the bridesmaid. So he's just happy to be a bridesmaid. Specialist in failure. I hear it. Is it 5 years in December? Because it's 104 days. So, oh no, that's 5 years in December in regards to when he took over. But yeah, man, this countdown is brilliant. Shout out Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal. Members, get your final few questions in. Members of the channel. Run up there. We're at 66 likes. Did we even hit 13.2k as well? I think we did. Let's see. I'm just refreshing the screen right now. We did. Salute to you lot, man. Hit 13.2. Salute to you lot. Big up, big up. Absolute real ones. Absolute real ones. I was making sure I didn't miss any questions before I do indeed close out. Let me know who's live as well, people. Let me know who's live. You shouldn't have timed him out, actually, you know. I actually wanted to see his response to what I said, but you say he would have said some nonsense. I'm about, well, if Slot doesn't win the league, should he be sacked? This man, it's his first season. Like, what are we talking about? I'm comparing his first season where he spent 0 to someone who spent 600, 700 million? However much it is. All right. Yo, Saeed live with Grizz. All right, we're going to redirect over there as well. It's Arteta's first job in management. I doubt he's at his peak. That's facts. No, actually, let me start. It is his first job. Why are Arsenal hiring someone on work experience? Like Ozzy said yesterday. Why is that? Why are Arsenal Football Club hiring someone who's their first job in management? Arsenal are a big club. Let me say this. Arsenal are they're a massive club. One of the biggest clubs in the country. One of the biggest clubs in Europe. One of the most respected clubs in the country. All jokes aside, they are. Some of the greatest players we've ever seen in the country. And they're hiring a manager who's in his first job. They were desperate. And they shouldn't have been desperate. Common sense say, make it make sense, Flawless. I don't understand the excuses. It's just copium. They should have never hired him in the first place. How about you go and get the best possible manager for the job? But hey ho, we move. Arsenal knockout. But on that note, we're going to close out. Love to everyone who's locked in. You lot are absolute real ones, as always. As always, we are going to redirect over to Saeed. Yeah, we'll redirect over to Saeed. That's where we'll send you lot over there. But run up the likes. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget this show. All the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs and the fan calling show, are available on audio-only platforms. So if you're on Spotify, follow Sarcasm City TV. If you are on Spotify, follow Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell, 5-star us on there. Same with iTunes, Apple Podcasts. Same with SoundCloud as well, people. Make sure you do so. And don't forget, follow us on the playback. There's no NBA tonight because the games are dry. However, we're going to run pro clubs. I'm going to reach out to the man them. We're going to run some pro clubs before I'm over on Sunshine's channel for the Jamaica versus USA game. Which, what time is that actually at? Let me actually check. Let me check. $1 a.m. it is, people. 1 a.m. that game is. So I'll be over there for that. So yeah, but please get over to and follow the Sarcasm City TV playback because you get NBA watch-alongs over there, Premier League, Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup, UFC, NFL, F1, all over on the playback. You download the app for free, sign up for free. The same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same. So go to www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv. That's www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv. Or like I said, download it from your app store. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. I'm trying to drop the link in the chat. But again, this laptop wants to play up. I don't even know if I've set up the live redirect. Final couple questions as this tries to sort itself out. We did go over this already, but you know what, Sunshine? I don't listen to you because you're you. Right, that's what it is. Like, come on now. Sunshine, like, you know. You trying to listen to Sunshine. It's annoying. Terrible you. Like, great content creator. But like, as for talking to her, yeah. Life's too short. There was a day where I started the stream, and the first stream I did was her, and I was like, the only way is up, because you you just start off the lowest of the low. Felt like Amorim. Now you can't get any worse than this. The only way. But make sure you subscribe to Sunshine FC, people. Make sure you subscribe to Sunshine FC. Someone drop her a link in the chat. Big up everyone, like she said. Right, is this finally working? Did I even sell the redirect? Yeah, I did sell the redirect. Hey, big up Warrior J. I don't said the disrespect. Hey, man, it's not disrespect. It's just facts. Come on now, I know. That's why I know that you lot said you're wrong. You can see it on the screen, the playback as well. But love to you all, man. Big up to everyone that's tapped in. You lot are absolute real ones. I do enjoy these solo sports Q&As. We're going to I'll continue to do these every Thursday. You'll get the normal sports Q&A on the weekend where all the man them will be on, everyone will be on. But these I run solo. I may even run another solo. But I said with friends like Flawless, who needs enemies? Who said me and her friends? Yeah. This is the content creator marriage of convenience. Phenomenal content creator. Just a dreadful human being. So but make sure you lot subscribe to Sunshine FC. Make sure you lot hit the sub button. Obviously put Sarcasm City Raid inside each chat as well, people. But love to everyone that's locked in. This has been a solo sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Tate. No, big up to everyone who's locked in. Salute.